Before you get a piercing, the pain factor always runs through your mind. How much is this going to hurt? How long will it hurt for afterwards, etc. Well, lucky for you guys, I'm going to tell you about which piercings will cause you the least amount of pain. Hey YouTube, I'm Court McGinley and welcome back to the most amazing top 5. Before we get started, I want to know, if you could get any piercing, where would it be and why? Let me know your answers down in the comments. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already and like this video so we can keep bringing you awesome top 5 lists. Alright, let's get started on our list of the top 5 least painful piercings. Starting off at number 5, the tongue. Apparently, compared to other piercings out there, this one is considered one of the least painful ones. I always thought this would be painful because when you bite your tongue, it hurts, like really bad. But according to people who have this piercing, they claim it's nothing like the pain you feel after biting your tongue. People say it's uncomfortable yet bearable. Now, while this piercing itself isn't so bad, the after effects kinda suck. And it actually hurts more afterwards than it does getting it pierced. And at number 4, eyebrow piercing. Eyebrow piercings are actually considered fairly low on the pain scale. I was pretty surprised by this one actually. People who get this piercing actually describe a feeling more like a pressure than a pain. And they describe the feeling resembling a strong pinch. The reason I thought this piercing would be more painful than it is because there's barely any flesh tissue there. It's just skin. And it's not just one incision point, but 2. I just imagine it would feel like getting 2 piercings as opposed to 1. At number 3, we have the navel. The navel piercing is usually a rite of passage when it comes to teenage girls. When it comes to the pain of getting this piercing done, it's considered to be one of the least painful piercings. This is because it's in an area with soft tissue. Most people would compare this piercing to being stung by a bee. So it doesn't feel good, but also it's not horrible. In our number 2 spot, lip piercing. This is a piercing that is becoming more mainstream and it's considered to be fairly painless. In order to get this piercing, a small metal clamp is used to hold the lip in place. Then the needle pierces through before inserting a stud. Easy peasy. The reason this piercing barely hurts is due to the fleshy nature of this area. Because it's just soft tissue, this is an easy piercing and it causes it not to hurt that much. Coming in our number 1 spot, earlobes. There is a reason practically everyone gets this piercing. One of the reasons is it looks nice, and the other is that it's the least painful. Also, I'm sure that the fact that it can be legally done under the age of 16 helps. The reason this piercing is considered the least painful is due to the fleshy nature of the area. Many people describe this piercing as feeling like a minor sting that lasts a couple of seconds, and that's less painful than a bee sting. I don't know if I agree with that. I got my ears pierced when I was 12, and I remember it being a little bit more painful than a minor sting. Also, this piercing is pretty easy to take care of, and it heals quickly. And there you have it, that's the list of the top 5 least painful piercings. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.